Yo, what's up, James? Hopefully you didn't get smitten? Yeah, smitten by ads. Or as you joined. Hopefully not, anyways. Going through it. Oh, there it is. Perfect timing. Going through in my old sketchbook, trying to find some references for tonight, because we're going to be doing a somewhat larger drawing project. I just realized my beard smells like tacos, and that's not a good thing. How did I manage that? Why am I allowed to draw? Half the things I draw are just evil. Gremlin behavior. At a minimum. Shadow Kavel? True. Shadow Caval's had very little activity this year. Not sure if that's a sign of like me not being that stressed or what, but the only thing I did recently was like I sent a message about syncs, but like I don't think it was me sleepwalking or anything. Like I definitely probably woke up to type that, but I just don't remember it at all because it was way too coherent. I do not have enough room. I need like 80 desks to stream. Yeah, I still stand by it. Of all the things I could have written while in a sleep deprived and dazed state, I think that's a pretty truthful, pretty real thing to say. Tonight we're actually using a reference that I made, so I can't. It's of me, so I can't show it. And in fact, I didn't even realize, but I'm wearing, I think, the exact same outfit. This picture was taken months ago, but I think I'm wearing the exact same outfit somehow. This just goes to show that I do not. I'm a comic book character. I do not alter my outfits. I'm still having to decide what I or how I guess how I choose to ink tonight and or over the coming nights. That's the thing. I want to use brush pen, but that's the call of the wild. I know I shouldn't. I want to do something with texture, but the drawing that is about to happen is not a very textureful drawing. It doesn't call for much of that. Also, we're going to do a bit of a pencil review. I got $10 pencils each year. I got two $5 pencils, totaling to $10. We'll do a quick review about them. I'm pleased, but dude, $5 for a pencil. Like it's very good. They're nice. I like them. I haven't had a huge chance to use them in like a big, more practical drawing. I've just doodled with them, and I was fairly happy with how it felt. The visibility and the amount of which it's you can erase. But man, it is expensive. They're from Switzerland. I don't even think I could. Yeah, Karen the Ack, Karen the Ack. I don't know. Atch, Atch. I don't know. It's called the Sketcher. And I've been saying too much. I need to fix that. I'm not normal. But anyways, hello everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 7:30 p.m. Central Time. That is the Swiss flag or medkit, depending on who you ask. Wait, where's chat? Where's chat? What the heck? Wait, I just realized there's no chat. Uh, refresh. Test. I've been lied to and scammed. Oh, is this because my VPN shouldn't affect this? Let's try it. Let's try it again. This is mandatory. This is important. On port 800. Okay. Everything loaded correctly. Test. Dude, I'm getting scammed. What the frick? Are we chat list? Are we chat list tonight? Here, let me move my camera my microphone next to me. This is. Oh, and my microphone's about to fall off my table. Everything, dude. I get back to my apartment. I was gone for 2 days, and this is what happens. I think my biggest want this chap list. I am chapless. This is true. My biggest thing, I don't want a desk mounted. I have a $40 desk mounted microphone stand, and while I like it, no, it can be better. Okay, interim chat, refresh. Let's also open up. There's no reason. Wait, what? Why is it on that port? Oh, did I just kill it? No, I didn't. $8,000. 404 not found. I'm being scammed. Bamboozled. Even. Okay, well, YouTube chat's working. I think this may be an issue, I guess, with the Twitch polling. Yeah, I guess I probably just have to get a new Twitch token. Yeah. Yeah, we'll blame Twitch. Well, I guess we're not doing chat this stream. Sorry, guys. I'll try to have that fixed by next stream. In fact, also by next stream, okay, I'm not gonna vow because who knows how lazy I am. But I would like to fix the YouTube chat so it doesn't break as frequently. Maybe I think that'd be fun because I have some more time right now, some more free time. And you may be like, Kavel, then free time, that means you get to work on your YouTube videos. No, it's going to be free time used for school. Because if I don't use this free time, I'm going to be behind. But blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're here. Hello, everybody. Once again, hope you're doing well. How are you doing, Jims? Other than your coffee spillage this morning, I hope. Was that this morning? I am. I hope you're doing well. I have cuts all over my hands. Please excuse that. I went to my hometown, and my parents have a cat named Guino. He's a teenager now. He's a very awesome cat. He's very kind, but I'm his favorite person to play with, and he will cut up my hand. Tired? Oh, I'm sorry to hear. Were you able to, I was mad. Are you able to get any rest? Hopefully, maybe this will be a restful week. My friends really want me to play the new Battlefield, but I don't think I'm going to cough up $80. So the whole day on homework. Oh. You hate it. You hate to see it. I spent today driving back from my hometown, doing some homework. Very cool project. This is my break. Oh. You know, I'm gonna push back against that. You deserve a legitimate break. Didn't have a meeting at night? No! I'm sorry to hear. Well, Jims, I really hope you can find some time for yourself to relax. Even if, you know, even if it's bumpy right now, I really hope you can find some time for that. And out of the notion of, oh, I've earned a break. No, you deserve a break. There's no earning them. I mean, you can, but, you know. As a human with dignity, you deserve some time. Shouldn't have drawn this close to the edge of the page. I'm starting to like the 4mm a lot more. I'm debating if we're going to draw with the 4mm on this drawing that we're about to work on. I would probably want to stick with a 5mm though. 0.5, 0.4. I need to get all this stuff done up. I feel like this is naive, and I know it's not ever going to be possible, but like at least one day a week, like mandatory, everyone's off of jobs. Even hospital, no, okay, maybe not hospitals. You got a D on your midterm? Oh no. Is it your quantum computing class? Also, you don't have to, like, don't feel the need to say it if you don't want to. I'm sorry to hear. I gotcha. I didn't have a quantum class, I just had a applied cryptography, and literally half the semester was quantum because, like, it was supposed to be like a minimal subject, but it was so hard to understand that they just have to dedicate. It was like a third, less than half. And man, that was my worst part. That was my worst thing on every exam because, one, I don't think the professors did a great job of explaining it. But two, it's just a very hard, quoting that one dude who got popular is like, I'm confused about quantum physics. My job is to make you just as confused about quantum physics so we could all be confused together. That's very much how my professors made me feel. I did well on practically everything else. And like they were also like, oh my god, I looked at my reference monitor and I just see me staring at the camera. That bothers me a lot. Anyways, oh, what was I gonna say? There's two subjects. One was Bitcoin in that class, because they wanted to talk about blockchain, because it's an application of hashes, and what was it called? Zero knowledge proofs and quantum, and they're like, these three things we really don't care about, but we're gonna have to teach you guys about it. How am I doing? We're alive, and I'm. What is it? How did the song go? Hooked on a feeling? Then I'm not hooked on a feeling. I don't know. I'm just very glad that this is my last fall semester. I made all my malware class. My group's naming all of our tools after things in Fortnite because it's funny, I guess. And I made two tools today. One called Tilted Towers and the other called Tomato Town. And they're both the tools as part of a program called Supply Drop. Tomato Town goes to different malware websites where you can download malware, and within their API limits per IP, I'm not breaking any rules. It downloads, for example, actually, I'm not sure if I should say where you can download malware, because I don't want to encourage people to do things from suppose website evilmalware.com. I'm not even sure that's a real one. You could download on average, a lot of the sites I've seen do about 2,000 API requests. So that's what Tomato Towns does: is it downloads the malware, stores it, and featureizes it for a machine learning model. Featureizing basically means it just collects important features about it. So, if malware were a criminal, then be like, oh, this criminal is 5'8", it has blonde hair, stuff like that. And then Tilted Towers is a web interface for doing all of that. So it organizes all the files. I can run it remotely from the server and does nice statistics for me. Yeah, that's what, yeah. And Tomato Town definitely helped. I was like, oh, I can name both of these after places in Fortnite. I think the next tool I make is going to be named after like skins, like Jonesy or stuff. That's the only skin I know. Oh wait, hybrid. I do know about hybrid. Oh, and Dark Avenger, because one of my teammates suggested that, but I don't know what the Dark Avenger looks like. I just know that's a Fortnite skin. Oh, John Wick. John Wick's tough because like that's a real thing. Yeah, with these raw malware files, I'm hoping to make a byte-based model, maybe like Malcolm or, some deep learning method, and I want to make an ensemble antivirus with feature-based. We're allowed to submit multiple antiviruses, so one's going to be, I want the Forerunner to be feature-based. Then of the other models, I want one byte-based, an ensemble, and then maybe some others with tweaked settings. And with all this, I want to see how, because like this class, you're competing against people, right? So they're making malware that attacks your specific kind of model. So it's not necessarily representative of concept drift in the real world. What that means is like the way malware evolves to thwart antiviruses in the real world, that isn't necessarily what it's going to look like in this class. It's malware in our class is evolving just to thwart the antiviruses there. So if we like sent diseases to like a random island and they evolved on their own, that's kind of what's happening here. And so I want to see how the viruses that my classmates have been developing compare to the real world ones, and then I'm going to steal similar types. So like there's a lot of droppers, a lot of packing happening. And packing thwarts feature-based, I believe, right? I could be wrong. My professor would smack me right now for getting it wrong. But yeah, because like, unless that's the thing, I'm using Ember, so my featureized dataset is a combo because it has the histograms. Anyways, because packing will change the byte-based scheme. But I'm excited. It's just gonna be a lot of work, and I actually have to make use of the computing center at my school rather than being lazy and trying to run it on my computer at home for 15 hours, which is something I have done. World's longest box. In terms of time, not necessarily length. Yeah, this upcoming drawing that I've been hyping up a lot. I'll try to find the original picture. I'm not sure if I will, though. Of what inspired this, but I like somewhat surrealist, silly drawings. Not like complete like surrealism, like Bowler Hat Dude. Even though I love that stuff, it's just not the stuff I want to make. But it's definitely somewhat inspired. Like a Shirian stairwell, but not as serious. If that makes sense. And there's a cool one. It's like this girl holding a cup near the camera, and there's like a bunch of little versions of her inside the cup, like all posing and stuff. So I'm gonna do that with gravel. And I'm more foreshortened angle. This is a drawing I started in the summer and gave up on because it was hard. It's a very difficult construction problem. Oops. It's the cup. The cup and making it feel 3D is crazy. Hydrate. I will do that once we finish the sausage. What's up, Bear? We're doing the gravel coffee cup drawing. How's it moving? I had too much caffeine before stream, shaking a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. I had a Dr. Pepper and a lot of Dr. Pepper. I don't have portion control. Why aren't we on screen? Because you're bad and you lost. It's broken. I think my token. So Twitch hands out tokens to people who want to do things with their service. And so if you want to be like, I want to read all of Kavel's chat, and they're like, okay, where's your token? And you give them your tokens, like, okay, you're Kavel, so you're reading chat. Here's chat. And I think my token expired. And I hate Twitch has such an obtuse, weird way of generating API tokens. It's very strange. Compared to like many other services that I've used. But this has given me a good excuse to, I will work on the YouTube chat probably tomorrow as well. Yeah. That's how they prevent people from abusing requests. Because if I were evil, I could just be like, hey, Twitch, give me everybody's chat at once, and then their servers will blow up. But if we have tokens, not only can they keep track of who requests what, but then they can limit. It's like, oh, okay, this token is being used too much. You're done for today. Ay, ay, ay. Great drawing for today for Inktober Bear. Glad to see you're still doing it. Looked like a fun kind of gestural thing. We're having a chill night tonight. This week is the first week where I'm not going to be pulling my hair out from staying up at night. I've been thinking about exploring scary art stuff. You've been sending a lot about the like the horror acting or what it was, like that stuff. I feel like you're in that zone right now from what I've seen. How scary are we talking? And to reward Bear for showing up, we'll do some ads. Yeah, I've been watching those all day. Very entertaining. Maybe I need to watch one. Because I have no idea. I saw the video. I was like, huh, I wonder. Anyways, we're going to do BRB. We're going to Pretty Scare. Ooh, heck yeah. Sorry, Jims. 2 minutes, vets. And then I'm going to drink a bunch of water to try to get this caffeine out of my system. We're going to talk about what we're drawing. We're actually going to be doing a like pseudo practice drawing today, like of what gravels we want to stuff in the cup. So yeah, be right back. I'm back, but I'm not sure who doesn't have ads. Meeting in 10 minutes now. We're so back. Meeting in 10 minutes now. Robot arm group project. That's just such a cool thing you can say. That's just gangster sounding. Anyways, so we're gonna get started. There we go. Gravel cup drawing. I don't know why this page is open, but it is, and I'm forcing you to look at it now. So yeah, bunch of gravels are gonna be in a cup. These are some like sketches I made a while ago. Gravel like holding a tea bag, I think. Thanks B air. I thought you were just saying like thanks B. But yeah, so these were like I at least want a gravel like hanging over the edge of the cup with no prob B with a tea bag. Maybe his tail is like in the way of another gravel. It's gonna be hard. But also I did say we would do this pencil review. Let's see if you guys can see this. Oh, you can! Very lightly, but you can. So this is the new pencil. It is the Canon de Arc. No, wait. Caron de Arc. De Art. Arc. Canon de Arc. I don't know. It is the Sketcher. Very soft. Crazy soft. Ooh. Man, that smells good. That's like a really good smelling pencil. I like it though. It is a great texture on, or like very smooth, so you get some nice texture on these pages. Somewhat easy to erase. And in fact, it's so noticeable compared to the other one that I'm slower when I draw. And I feel like I'm a bit more gestural with it. Not sure why. Maybe because I could see it a little bit better. But yeah, so I don't even know how I want to sharpen these because these are $5. I'm holding $5 right now, but it's a pencil, not an actual $5, but a pencil that's worth $5. And I don't want to like mess up. I don't want to sharpen this because I'm just wasting lead. No problem. You're welcome. Oh goodness. Get some good sleep tonight, Jims. Anyways, I have my reference of me. That's why it's not on the screen. You're not dumb. Just tired. And there's a cup. And the perspective is very weird. But, and this is going to be a preliminary sketch. So we're just going to kind of like talk about the gravels that we want to hang out of this. So, I mean, I guess without any further ado, we'll just start with the cup itself. The problem with this drawing is the cup, the minor axis, even though it's cylindrical, the cup isn't like behaving that way. I wish I could show you guys this without like showing me, but I can't. But I mean, we're allowed to do whatever we want because it's art, and so I'll break the rules of my reference for the sake of exploring this a bit more. But yeah, so let's make a initial. Okay, have a good one, Jims. Best of luck with your meeting. What a trooper. Yeah, still a little bit harder to erase. But I'd say much better than a typical pencil, especially because it's blue, so. Nicer wavelength. Now I should have like... Well, I really do not need to put any pressure at all, and it makes a very noticeable mark. I guess that's like the huge downside with my my previous pencil is I've gotten the habit of making very, very, like, I'm pressing into the page a lot. So if I could find something maybe a bit less, less in quality to this pencil, but just as soft and stuff. Cool. And we'll pull out the ballpoint to ink some of this. Because we have to remember this was the hardest part about drawing this when I tried it in the summer. The mug itself has a lip. How the frick do you draw the lip, right? Like, that's difficult. Let's see, we're a little, like 4/5 of the size. Something like that will actually, we have rulers, we can be, so that's 2.75. So if we go 2.375, we'll get ish to where we want. We'll go 2.125, 2 and an eighth. So 2.125 divided by 2 is 1.5625. I think. Oh, no. 1.0612. Yeah, okay. 625. No, shoot. I've been watching The Flagrant Flower Blooms with Dignity on Netflix. It's a bit of a mouthful. It's, I think, a romance, if not maybe a tiny bit slice of life. And that's the thing. Like, I'm so out of stuff to watch. I don't really care for romances, but I'm so out of stuff to watch. I was like, screw it. It looks well animated and well written, and it's pretty good. I find the main relationship to be a tiny bit corny at times, but that's once again me. Not at all like what it actually is or whatever. Right? This is my very opinionated take. But I do really appreciate the character interactions within the anime. It's very realistic. Like, oh shoot, I need to consider how this person feels. Now, that is, empathy is a huge theme of this show. Which is good. It's nice to hear that being talked about. Oh shoot, that's not the minor axis. We've drawn so many ellipses now, and you think we'd be pretty good at it by this point. Definitely need to go smaller than that in the future, but since this is a bigger, slightly more important drawing as well, I maybe go a bit quieter than even the usual. And part of me is like, I had a bit of this conflict while driving today, and I was thinking about it. I was like, should I just go to lesson 6? But no, I need to like commit to some of my drawings. Like it's very easy for me to get flippant and like, oh, I don't have to draw that now. I could draw whatever I want, sure, but like, I need to eat my veggies. I feel like it'll benefit me. Cool. Okay, we have our cylinder. Only took 10 minutes. You guys can barely see it, but hey, at least you can barely see it. Not see it at all. Yeah, if I place it right there, you could even make out part of it. So that's a win. Smooth out those edges. This is a very nice pencil. I'm gonna keep saying it, and then I'm gonna keep being like, but it's $5. I joked to my parents, because I was like, hey mom, order this on Amazon, so once I get back home, I could just pick it up. And I was joking. I was like, oh yeah, my $80 pencil's in here. My dad like he didn't know about this. He thought like I was being serious. He was like, son, you bought $80 pencils? And like his eyes went so wide. I'm not sure if I was upset yet about him thinking I'd actually do something like that. I do love buying, like being flippant and buying, that's my word of the night, I guess, flippant. And buying art supplies I don't need, but now the question is, would you rather buy $80 pencils or an $80 game? $80 game. I'd need a lot of pencils. So many pencils for $80 to make sense. Because like I could just not use that pencil. Pencils don't make me better at art. And what's up, Mr. Monkey? Flipping ants indeed. Hope your day's going well. Okay, I don't know why I drew this so crooked, but it is. Good to hear. Man, drawing all of these ellipses is gonna suck when I make the actual drawing. And what gravels are going to be in here? I'm not going to, where's my ballpoint? Okay, so inside this cup, and I guess we can draw this cup. Actually, we'll hold off. I want a gravel holding a tea bag hanging over it, as evident by this drawing. And I think, I don't know, if I put them to the side, or why did I make this sideways? It's so annoying. If I, chat wasn't working when I first joined, thought you were a pro at talking to yourself. I mean, I am. That's how these streams started off. Okay, there's also laptop gravel, and there's like tail as in the way gravel. But yeah, chat, I probably just need to refresh my Twitch token. It's working on the YouTube side, but I just disabled it fully. Because YouTube chatters are meh. Also, this is much more foreshortened than the actual reference that I have. I think with the angle, I feel like the degree of this ellipse isn't big enough compared to the reference, because the reference, it's like very like I would be looking down, like almost on top of gravel. Like I almost said looking down his shirt. I don't know why, but like that's the angle I'm thinking of when I see this reference. Unless he was like really. And we'll make him kind of big because we need to really fill up the piece here. Let's see. I have to do this pose in real life real quick to make sure like where the back is. It's like holding a golf club. That's the same, but like you're really arching over. Like the arms are like shot forward, which kind of makes the lats flare out a little bit. Because like you're expanding, you're like raising your shoulders. That's like right here. And then this is Kavel from a couple months ago. He still understood that there's this shoulder raise right here. And actually, I've learned this lesson from drawing gravel so much is the cranium is smaller than I would draw a human cranium. And I kind of like the very sharp, needly shape when it comes to the beak. Of course, this. I don't know why. I've heard a lot of people like starting with the head when it comes to gesture, and I do it too instinctively. Just I always get super flustered. I'm like, okay, where the hell do I place the rib cage? Because some do a line of action, which helps out a lot. But for imaginative poses like this, I struggle in that sense. How do I can I make it feel like Gravel's bending over it? Because like originally I did it so you can see a bit of his back. Gravel got back. My bad. I think showing those trapezius muscles in that little bend right there in the back, even though I'm not gonna try to make like Gravel shredded, but you know, just putting a bit more emphasis on those shows that like, oh, it's over and engaged. Pizza for dinner? I'm so slumped now. I feel that. What kind of pizza did you have? Let's see. We're gonna see tricep, tricep, bicep. I like going tricep forearm muscle, like tracing that as like the rhythm down there. Pepperoni, heck yeah. What's your favorite pizza? This means a lot to me because I have a hot take of if I'm getting a pizza and it's like not a party, it's like, hey Cav, what pizza do you want? Supreme pizza every single time. It's not a question. Pepperoni's good, right? I'll eat pepperoni, I'll eat cheese, I'll eat the pizzas that you put in front of me. But like, if I have the option, I'm never getting pepperoni by itself. Unless money's tight. And like there's like a large 2-topping pizza for $13.99. I just made that price up. I haven't ordered pizza in so long. If I'm holding that, where's the muscles? Oh, the inner arm. I don't know, because like it makes this right. We have like this shape, but I feel like this is the flatter part, and this is the rounder part, which would be on the inner. So that's what I'm trying to do. On the inner. So I'm gonna stick around with Russ and be a mentor. Bust a few rhymes, some motherfuckers remember what the thought is. Thought is all is lawless, fearless sensations that you thought was there. Don't squeal and remember that it's all in your head. Sorry. I messed up like half those lyrics, but I tried my best. Favorite three cheese, okay, extra tomato sauce, Hawaiian with garlic stuffed crust. I'm not a huge fan of Hawaiian, but I can get behind the rest of that. Sounds really yummy. What the frick? The bicep? How is that? I'm getting like the bad rhythm. Bad rhythm. I need a reference. What the bear? Hawaiian yum. I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not saying it's icky. It's just not my cup of joe. Person holding something over ledge. That's not helpful. Person holding rope over ledge? No. Dang it. Person. What would you describe this pose when you're like dangling something off like this? Like person pulling rope? Pulling rope. From above? From below. Do I gotta make my own reference again? Dangling. Dangling. Whenever I put dangling, it makes the person dangling. Like they're the ones. Person dangling rope. Person pulling rope up. That's a guy in a noose. Okay. That's multiple. Oh my god. I guess I have to just do this completely imaginatively. Because, like, I'm getting a weird rhythm right here of both the arms, like bicep and then forearm. And I don't know how to, like, make that not that way. God, I made him ripped on accident. My bad, Gravel. I'm just trying to, like, shredded this in my submission for the, Jesus, he's ripped. No, I didn't mean to do that. There, round him out. Make him smooth. Let's see. Wrists are facing forward, so we're gonna get this shape. So thumb. Well, we're gonna be going like this, right? It's gonna be like that. I don't want to do the cross fingers like that. Oh, I have to draw hands. Sorry. Sorry. Because we have like. We can keep the. Guys, cheap viewers, I don't understand how Twitch hasn't just. You know, I don't understand how I have it. Hey, what's up, Cat? Chat's not working today, but Cat's in the YouTube. Cat's in the YouTube chat. Hello, Cat. I'm kind of having a different rhythm here. I'm having this. I'm trying to contextualize this in like Matese's. Is that how you pronounce it? Matese? Matese's force. So like what force are we feeling right here? And I forgot them already because it's been a while. Bear Mug says hello, Cat. Cat says my day was okay. How was yours? Busy. Like I said, got home from my hometown right here. I'm just gonna pretend that I know what she's saying, says Bear. Can we have a channel reward that bans us from stream, says Monkey? That'd be fun. I'm kind of down for that. What's the, I forgot like the applied force. Oh wait, no. Okay, wait, let me try to remember. It's been a couple months since I've read it. Drawing with force. We have this force, and then like, I remember the orange highlights. There's like the applied force, and then there's, and that's the applied force. We're having the applied force from the center right here. Bear's almost at 100k. Holy. Kat says she deleted Twitch because it eats up too much battery. Sorry to hear. Silly Twitch. Okay, decrease the distance of the shoulders. Makes him seem a bit too big. We have 3.7 billion. I may download it again just for gambling. We're probably not going to do that for a minute. Because once we're done with this big drawing, we're going to get into lesson 6. Actually, so yeah, once we're into lesson 6, then we'll probably start spinning the wheel again. Bear saying, step it up on the fictional currency. They kind of like meld together. And then we have like this. I'm gonna do like individual studies of like how to draw hands like this. I feel like Gravel isn't actually hanging out of the cup. He's just doing this. So how can I make it feel like he has this force where he's like coming out of the cup? I need to get a Kavel job or else my viewer house and my viewbot children will starve. Cav jobs. Okay, so we have the gravel that's and the hands need to make cups. We want cups. We want cup hands. And we're gonna have the tea bag. Tea bag hanging out. What other gravels should be here? This is the question. I do like laptop gravel, just chilling on the side with his laptop. In fact, I think a gravel sitting on this side right here would be pretty cool. My nails are so long I haven't been them in like 3 months. Need to get rid of this ice problem. Well, heck yeah, glad that you're trying to reform some healthy habits. Let's have a gravel sitting on the edge right here. This is dumpy hanging off the side. That's right, I said it. Gravelin is dumpy. See that sphere right there? That's representing his waist because he's got that dump. Sorry. Bob Ross is live on Twitch. What? No. Isn't it just reruns, right? Is that or is it like them doing like a foundational thing? Let's have Gravel kind of like sitting over the edge, and I definitely want his tail. When will Gravel get a BBL? Who's to say he doesn't already have one? After that one drawing that I accidentally made, and then Bear completed. Kat says, "Oh my god, guys, Bob Ross." I need to make sure Gravel's sitting enough to where like feels like he's on the ledge, because right now he's kind of hovering. I kind of have him like shrimping, like really bad posture. He's gonna be looking over at this Gravel. I was tempted to give him a vivacious curves, but I stopped myself. Thank you for your I really gave you license right there to do anything you wanted with Gravel though. Can you draw a Gravel painting? Ooh. I think that's doable. Or like drawing of some sort. I think that's a reasonable ask. Because we could have gravel sitting, gravel with teabag, gravel with computer, gravel with drawing. My ears perked when I heard shrimp. Where I used to try to go by that at one point. You were changing your name quite frequently. I need to make silly gravel. Like a bear mug character pilled gravel. Shrimp is a baller name. My friend also wanted to go by that once. It's only natural. Should Gravel put his hands on the side of the cup or in his lap? Right back? Hello? What a frick. My inner... OBS, you suck. We're back. No, it's my bad. My internet went out for a second. Are we back? Are we good? Hopefully the YouTube stream didn't cut. We're back. I hate YouTube streams because if you aren't connected long enough, then it just drops. And like the VOD's gone. Like I have to start a new YouTube stream, which means I have two separate VODs, which ugh. I like how YouTube was like, "Oh, we have this awesome new update for you guys." And it isn't even fixing like probably one of the biggest issues with anyways, okay, I'm just complaining. Do better, YouTube. You guys see the news that yeah, if someone's leaning forward, they're not going to probably be putting their arms like that. I feel like they'd be leaning backwards. So if Gravel should, because if he's leaning backwards, then that gives us more room. Should he lean forward or backwards, guys? Also, yeah, YouTube, if you have a banned YouTube account, you can now apply to get your account back. Which may be a patchwork solution because YouTube keeps falsely banning people on accident. Apparently, like, Sneeko got his full account back even though he was banned, which means he shouldn't have his stuff. But forward, hands on cup to make it like he's keeping his balance. Gotcha. My issue is, like, if you're leaning forward, then I probably need to move him back because the edge of the cup is right here. Because if you're leaning forward, why would you have your arms behind? Here, let me sit on my bed. You're right. Because he's sitting on the edge. Yeah, the only way I can sit on the edge of my bed is if I do something like this. Like this, and then legs are going down like this. And then hands are like this. That looks so much like Car, dude. It's crazy. I think Bear's right. He should lean forward. I just need to shift him back. And make it so where his thighs are on the edge of the cup instead of his bootay. So move butt back. Sit on thighs. Nice. I'm gonna take a sip of water. I'm also gonna do that. That's the hydrate that I owe Jen. Oh my god. There's my internet again. Why is it doing that? Ah. I found out why my internet was going out, everybody. My internet has been going out because I was testing some like SSH connections. 8 viewers, holy, and they're getting nuked by my internet. I apologize. On Twitch it says 0. I have 0 viewers. Thank you, Twitch. 9? The heck are you guys doing? Wait, is the stream still open? My Twitch app is being dumb. It is. Let me message Bear. I'm so sorry to our 9 viewers. Jesus. Anyways, okay. My internet is going in and out because... Okay, welcome back. I wanted to test if I could remotely connect to my computer. And to do that, I was doing tests over the internet. And which means I had to use my antenna on my laptop instead of my Ethernet. The wireless at my apartment consistently goes out, but the Ethernet is good. So I was using internet or like Wi-Fi instead of Ethernet wired connection. I think it's because I keep entering the stream so it counts as my views. You know what? That's... Yeah, it just dropped to 5, so that's probably a bit more. I'm still thinking about doing face cam sometime soon. Maybe that'll be a little treat. Maybe for our third year or second year of streaming, or third. It'll be the start of our third after this December. We could do that. Please fix the combo chat thing. I'll do it tomorrow. That's not a one-time stream fix, sadly, Cat. But I'll try to get it working for you. That is something I will do. So you can still chat with everybody. So Kavel leaning forward, butt on there. Okay, so let's do laptop Kavel. Actually, no, because in the reference you could see the thumb of me holding the mug. So, also, Kat, if you'll notice, we have a new blue pencil. Okay, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, we have a new blue pencil that's much easier to see. So I hope this will satisfy you a tiny bit. Yeah. Spaghetti or La Saga? To commemorate your Orange King? I was like, who's the Orange King? Is that chroma keyed? No, it's just my camera being awful. It looks like a chroma key though, doesn't it? Anyways. Yeah, Kat, you owe me $5. No. I think in honor of the Orange King, as so long as the lasagna saves well, I think you should have it tomorrow. But if it's not going to save well, then I think you should have it tonight. Because to honor your Orange King, would he wait till Monday to have lasagna? No, he wouldn't. He would enjoy it while it's fresh. Something to think about. I was also thinking of doing a gravel like falling off the ledge, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Man, some lasagna. It's about to be lasagna season. It's getting cold enough. Man, I love biking to the gym right now because it's not like everything hurts cold. It's like very just nice, cool. Feel the wind. It's great. You're gonna eat it now? Heck yeah. Oh, he hates Mondays. True. Oh my god, we both forgot that Garfield, you fat and lazy cat. I want to draw Garfield real quick. I'm procrastinating. What's Garfield even? Oh my god, this is an awesome doodle. Well, now I'm just going to try to copy it, so I'm not going to copy it. But that's a really good doodle. Holy. Garfield, you fat and lazy cat. Do I need to draw... Garfield would be so mad. He's here. Who is Garfield shipped by? Tom. No, Jerry. Garfield, Jerry. No. Tom. I think so. People were shipping him and Jerry. Was it? What if I look up Garfield ship? Never mind, I'm not finding it. Cursed. I'm not gonna lie, that Eldritch Horror Garfield thing that was happening, that one like amazing artist who made like the fake. Maybe there was a real game that came out of it, but I know there was like the fake. Like if this was a horror game, that's more Garfield to me than like remembering the comics and stuff in the show. Okay, let's have a gravel. I want him to like arm like right here, like head resting on arm. Freaking sorry. I'm sorry. Did not mean to hit you guys. My bad. Sorry. I don't know why that was so stupid. Also, I realized something. Chillin'. Head here. Or maybe there should just be 3 gravels, because this is a lot, and I don't want to like obscure the thumb. Now let's get gravel on a laptop. Well, we could have like a charger for the laptop. So the laptop actually kind of helps to draw, because that means we could do a flat plane on the edge of this. Garfield is so normal, and I... Odie does deserve the hate, though. He has no respect for boundaries. I just saw a comic of Garfield say, no. Okay, I think Garfield, Normal deserves the hate, because Normal's looking at Garfield, and Garfield asks, "What are you doing?" And Normal says, "I'm counting your chins." Dude, I would be mad about that. What? Like, that's hater energy. That's the damn, dude. Like, what did Garfield do to deserve that? What? Oh wait, no. Instead of like doing that, I'm gonna give like shrimp mode. Sorry for saying shrimp again. Shrimp mode gravel. He's like doing like this. So top plane of the hand, this. I could put the comic in the Discord in a bit. Guys, I'm gonna be real. I don't use this hand. I put in the normal position for typing, but this one just kind of does whatever. Like this is like the ASDF space, and then like this one is just kind of wherever, or like hovering over ASDF, and then like I reach over for G. But this one, it's just doing whatever, like, or like I'll go left to right. The left hand does most of the typing. I'm not sure if that's weird or not. I don't know what the gravel over here should be doing. Or maybe we could rotate the gravel to be on the computer right. Oh no, because then you just see more of the computer than him, so I think it should be right there. I've misjudged the Garf. I'm sorry. Next time I'll try to look at the whole picture instead of place my trucks with less beautiful cats. I love that. You've been deceived by the normal. Oh god, I hate God. Why? I scroll down. There's just like it's not even a picture or like a drawing. It's just like literally from the 3D animation of Garfield with his feet. What's wrong with his feet, dude? That's actually just weird. Like I don't like that. Okay, this gravel is gonna be back here and looking up at this gravel. He's gonna be sketching him. Gravel is the muse of another gravel. This is meta because I gravel and am sketching these gravels. Wait, why am I making him left-handed? I'm right-handed. Monkey, are you left-handed? You give left-handed vibes. It'd be like this. Cool. Okay, I think that's a good. One day I'll learn how to draw clothes. Oh, my bad. Drawing is scary. What are you guys dressing up as for Halloween? I love ballpoint, dude. I love ballpoint. I love ballpoint, Charlie. I love ballpoint. Sorry. There's a tangent line right here with the hand. Which I would like to figure out. See if we're going like this, we have like this gap right here. Oh no, it's all going forward. Try doing the pinky, but no, it's not gonna look like that. It's gonna be like this. I have a feeling that the perspective is very wonky. And so I do need to figure out a good way of establishing the perspective for this cup. Or for each of the characters inside of the cup. And I think by doing bounding boxes may be my best bet. I don't know, I'm gonna do this with fine liner and make it look nice, but that is what it is. I'm thankful I've given myself an opportunity as well to have like a messier sketch in this sketchbook. Because I've had stuff that I've just put a lot of effort into in here. So having something a bit messier makes me feel good about it. Gravel cup. Take a sip of water. I don't know what we're going to do next because I don't think I'm of the mental capacity to start the next stage of this process, which is the actual sketch. How am I gonna make this gravel? Feel like he's over, you know? Oh. This one, the neck is going further that direction, but if we're looking straight on, it's much harder to capture that. And this one's even lower. I guess we could try to like move the body up a bit and like place him almost at chest level. So like we're kind of looking down his chest. Almost. Also thinner. There we go. I think that's the best way to do it. I'm not sure though. Been cleaning the microwave. I'm dressing as nothing. Thank you for remembering the question. Should dress as a microwave. Let's see. How long has the stream been going on? 118. We could go for a tiny bit longer. Take a sip of water and decide what we're going to draw next. Oh, frick. I still need to make my bed. Thank you, Kat. Kat says, I like this one. Well, don't you worry, because we're going to be making a much more highly, like, rendered one. There's going to be the other side of this cup and then a big gravel holding it. That's the plan. Oof, that's a crusty looking cat picture. Kind of just scrolling now for other stuff to sketch. I kind of want to make like either an alligator character or a panther. I like panthers. Not it's a cougar / puma. I've always wanted to draw a puma character. That's still probably one of my more favorite because pumas just look so cool. Like a big old jowls. It's like they have makeup on. It's crazy. Puma. Heck yeah. Especially these cheap ones. But like a pack of like 100 of these for like only a couple dollars. Kat, do you often draw with bullet points? I could be mistaken, but I feel like a lot of the stuff I see from you is fine liner. But I could be wrong. This is ballpoint. Ah, I gotcha. What about panthers and jaguars? They're also pretty gangster, but I feel like pumas are cool. Yo, what's Rise? They're so stocky. Oh, dude, freaking musculature of big cats is crazy. Very, very cool. And we just have a cup full of little bird dudes, little bird gravel. We're gonna be making this into a bigger drawing. but we're gonna be finishing that. We're taking like a wind down. Yeah, thank you, thank you. This is a drawing I've been holding off since man, I made the jowls big on here. This is a drawing I've been holding off since this summer. I'm kind of just doodling a puma now. Using the classic Bic, you cannot go wrong. You cannot go wrong. I'm literally like terrible posture right now, just big chilling with the Bic. How's it going on your end, Mr. Rise? Blue ballpoints are underrated. I used to like them a lot more than I do now. But I've become disillusioned, but they're still pretty great. They are slept on, I think. You're good, just punching numbers for this house. Big moves, huge. Good to hear, good to hear. Glad to still hear you're still working on that. Or like, I wish it was instantly easy and you got all good things, but good to hear that it's still happening, all that. Yeah, Rise is buying me my first streamer house right now. I don't know what he's doing for his accommodations, but I really appreciate my new... I made this snout way too big. I want to abandon this, but this is also what I get for doodling and not really thinking about what I'm doing. Oof, yeah. What am I doing? What am I even doing right now, dude? Been selected for the property, so just waiting on everything else to come through. Heck yeah. Price of Transformers by 30%. Ooh. Goodness me. Maybe we should have a Puma drawing stream between here and there. That is a caracal. Is that a carousel? Caracal? I don't know. Let's start drawing some more Pumas. I like Pumas. Pumas are gangster. Should we call it here? I think we should call it here. I think that's when I get out of the collecting scene. Like now? Due to this price raise, or are you going to still keep sticking with it? Yeah, we'll call it here. I'm pretty happy with tonight. Good initial sketch of what we want to do over the next coming days, and then once we finish those, we're going to get into lesson 6. Yippee. Yeah. So, yeah, with that being said, everybody, thank you very much for joining me tonight. Good stream back. It's been a bit, very bumpy week, but we should have a pretty normal schedule from here until then. Insanely overpriced figures I want, but they're definitely a grail of mine. Gotcha. Yeah, collecting, man, everything's raising in price right now. Very difficult. I'm one to speak. I just bought $5 pencils. But yeah, so sorry about all the internet and chat issues, everybody. Hopefully this will be resolved tomorrow. So we could have YouTube chatters in here and all that stuff. We're going to be streaming probably most days this week, maybe taking Thursday off. I don't have any exams or major stuff coming up, so it's going to be pretty normal, thankfully. Yeah, so once again, thank you all for joining. Thank you, Rise. Delano wasn't here, but maybe Delano stopped by. Who knows? Rise, Cat, Monkey, Bear, and Jims. And anybody else who was stopping by and who didn't say anything or whatever it may have been. And anybody that I forgot. So once again, thank you all for joining, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.